My name is TSOUL, and I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I auditioned for The Voice. I've been an independent artist now for like over 10 years. And so this journey, it's been my only career for about 7 of those years. And the journey, to me, it had gotten to a point where I've done everything I feel like I could do. And something like The Voice can just take and expand upon what I've been working on now for the last 10 years. And so the audition came, this was my 7th time auditioning for The Voice. And it came at a time, I'm about to turn 30, so it came at a time where, it's like a crossroads in a sense in my life. And to be able to be here kind of validates a lot of the decisions I've made over the last 10 years of my life. I'm glad I didn't give, and I always say, the first thing you gotta do is try, but the next thing you gotta do is try again. So it's important that, you keep going. I'm originally from a small town, Burgess, Virginia. My graduating class was about 77 people, so that tells you, we have a stoplight that I remember when it was placed in the town. So I can say that everybody back there is rooting for me. I know my immediate family, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my niece, and they were here for the audition, and they all supported and support me greatly in this career of mine. The last job I had as a professional was I was a student at Virginia State University, and I also was a cook. My dad's a cook, my brother cooks, so cooking is like embedded in my genes. I guess singing I got from somewhere else, but as a profession, I've been doing this now for over 10 years. As a profession, it's been 7 years. So that's the only job I've had, and it came with its sacrifices of being homeless and sleeping on couches and kind of making it work for me by sacrificing my sacrificing certain comforts so that I'll be able to be in New York and sing, or be in Japan and sing, or be in all these places that I've been to do it. But it's been well worth it when you're able to end up at a place like this. The Voice is an amazing opportunity. Music started for me at an early age. My grandmother put me on the piano at the age of like 5. And it was a thing she did with all her grandkids, but I was the one that kind of stuck to it. And piano, introduced me to music. And from playing instruments, from the piano, I went to playing the trumpet. But once I realized through church that I had a voice that could make people cry and inspire people, I realized at that point that's what I wanted to do. I was around maybe 14 when I started singing in church on a regular basis, and from then on, it hasn't really stopped. I joined the Virginia State University Gospel Chorale, and while I was at Virginia State University, and through that I've been able to perform for I've been able to perform for the Pope. I went to the Vatican twice. I've been able to perform in Paris, France. I've been able to perform in Hungary, Canada, and all over the United States. And that time kind of embedded in me that this is what I want to do for the rest of the life. Because I wasn't doing it for money. I was just doing it for the love of doing it. But it pushed for me to start my own TSOUL brand, and I released my first album, and from then on I saw that I could do it. My blind experience was it was an amazing that was an amazing day. I feel like I got 2 chairs to turn, and that in itself is amazing. Both Adam and Blake turned. And when I realized that I had to make a decision between the two, it really came to what they said to me and how they presented themselves to me. I'll never forget that Blake told me, his description of my voice was, it's like a 4-wheel truck. It kind of, you can go where you want with it. If you want to go up a hill, you can go up the hill. You can take a left turn here, and it won't falter, it won't crack, it won't do anything. And so it showed me that he heard me. It showed me that he heard my voice, and he was excited about maybe what he could do with it further. So that affected me, saying I picked Blake at the time. His influence on prior contestants like Paxton, and I had a friend, Joe May, that have been on The Voice. I've seen them, flourish while they were on his team, and I felt like I could be, TSOUL could be that spot on this team this year, and hopefully I'll take it all the way. I would like to challenge myself by taking myself out of the normals in my life as far as music. One of the biggest challenges, I picked a country artist coach, and I'm not necessarily a country singer. So by doing that, I immediately put myself in a situation where I'm learning, something new. I don't feel like country, I'm a soul singer, and I don't feel like, country and soul, they have a lot of things in common. They're really about the feeling. But I wanted to be in a place where I can get that perspective and even get that influence and apply it to my own skill and my own talent. And I mean, working with Blake, is gonna take me to places that I couldn't have taken myself to. So I'm excited about that.